What's good, YouTube? Um, I want to talk to you guys about my new perspective that I just got tonight, and just the whole, my whole pretty much Saturday evening or whatever. So I told you guys, real recently I actually just posted up the video I had made a couple days after New Year's, like it was a couple weeks ago, and making the video, like I could see in my face the seeds of something that have reaped right now by the downturn in my mouth. And when I was watching, I was like, interesting. You know, kind of gave me a little bit, not your responsibility, gave me a lot of perspective on even like it's possible to have that 360 connection and then it ends for one reason or another, because I'm there. I'm at that point right now, and it's hard to accept it. No, it's not. It's not hard to. I mean, it hurts, but like my focus is shift on accepting it, because like if we would kept going, it wouldn't be real, you know what I'm saying? And I've been getting the warning signs for like the last couple of days or whatever. What happened was she still had feelings for her ex, so but was trying to force herself to be at the point to where she wanted to move on, because you know, yada yada yada, all the good stuff that she thought about me, etc., etc. And actually her trying to force herself to move forward was making her kind of resent me a little bit, which I understand, because you know it's a negative pattern, a negative trait when you deny what you're feeling, which is really huge in our community, the LGBT community. I mean, when I say community, not just stuff or stuff or whatever. But I will say that I don't regret anything that her and I talked about, discussed, said, felt, anything like that, because for me it was a step in accepting something I had been trying to repress for how old am I? Hold on, let me 8 years? Sound about right. Something I was trying to repress for 8 years or more, 8 or 9 years. When I was like 15, 16, I told you guys I had came out or whatever. What I didn't tell y'all is like I had drawn this picture in this book. Like I was obsessed with Cisco. That's why See Dizzle, your music video Incomplete is like seriously like that is my version of his song, because that's my jam. If you even watch my videos, shout out to you for even creating that. That's why it's one of my favorites. But anyway, Cisco was my dude, right? I randomly drew this picture. I don't have it anymore because I got rid of a bunch of my stuff that I drew and all of that when I was younger. But I drew this picture of this girl with glasses, a hoodie, a real like tomboy type girl, okay? And on the regular, I bought glasses. Today I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, if I put a hoodie on, the girl I drew in that picture is the girl I had decided to put back away. You know, because at that point in my life, I was already a tomboy. I had just, came out to my best friend, which was a dude. And I also been thinking about that, you know what I mean? Like, just he was he was gay. You know what I mean? Like, and we were both using each other as a cover. Like, there's no way, like, him and his best friend were like so tight. Like, they spent every waking moment together, like every waking moment. And like, when I say that this is the dude version of me, like, tonight it finally hit exactly what I meant by that. Like, he was like hardcore thug dude, for hardcore thug dude, whatever that means. You know, like, if there was top to top, whatever that label was, they would be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like a huge part of him. And I even seen, like, when we lost him, and I say we because, like, he even told me, he was like, man, that's like my right hand and you're like my left, you know. And I was like, and I think about that now, and I'm like, I get you, you know what I'm saying? Because me and him were like tight, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that we wouldn't talk about. I don't know a dude to this day that can talk like that on the phone, but like, there's just a lot of stuff that's like popping up and clicking and stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff that since I'm not trying to repress anymore, is just coming up and I'm thinking about it. And also wanted to let you guys know, like, I went on a retreat for work and whatnot, and I don't even remember if I had said this in my last video. If I am, I'm repeating myself, because like, that is gonna be like my main focus, and I guess that's why I'm not like falling to pieces at this point, because I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, she had crossed a couple boundaries. The girl I was interested in crossed a couple boundaries that broke a lot of trust and respect, and she was struggling with respecting me, because like, she was comparing my success to her success, and it just didn't grow in the right direction, and it felt off balance, you know what I mean? And it had been feeling off balance for like a few days, and I don't have time to help people get themselves together. That's not what I want to do, you know what I mean? Like, from Front Street, you gotta be willing to get yourself together first of all, like, before even approaching me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for it. Like, people who know me, like, I could love you to death, but if I feel like you're too negative and you're trying to put like your growth on my shoulders instead of your own, I'll cut you off. Like, that's why I don't get along with my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not talking to my mother and haven't really had a decent relationship with her since I was 16, do you honestly think that somebody I just met is going to be able to, I'm going to take on your stuff? No. And like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, there's no hard feelings at all. Like, I told her, like, this makes me respect you even more, because she had like admitted it to me after. I was like, look, what I'm not going to do is go through this yo-yo game with you. Like, you want me but you don't want me because you scared such and such. Nah. Don't do people like that. If your ass is scared, you need to be upfront, because I'm telling you what, that truth is a lot easier to accept and feels like so much lighter that they had the decency to let you know, like, yo, this isn't gonna work out, but can we be friends, or you know, what do we need to do? And yeah, I had to reinforce it. Like, after she told me, I have to reinforce it too, like, because then you got the fear of losing somebody that you wanted to, because she's battling herself out. So I'm having to be the one to be like, look, it's time to let go. And if it's supposed to be, then, you know, it'll be in one way or another. You know what I mean? Like, what's meant to happen, I feel like I already, you know what I mean, like, got to that point. at least as far as she was willing to take it, because you can only go as far as both people are willing to travel. And she quit traveling. So to me, like, I must be where I'm supposed to be at, and just accepting the fact that I'm stuck for stud. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot in my life that led up to this in particular. A lot of reflection going on right now, and writing my book that I was just talking about, and I'm rambling on. Y'all know how I do. Hopefully you loving it. I got a couple new subscribers too since my last video. That's awesome. I love the feedback. I love the questions. Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions or scenarios. Like, you can just break out. Like, me and my sister, we do scenarios. We ran like theoretical scenarios out to each other. Like, what about such and such and such and such? You know what I mean? I'm a mentally active, highly mentally active person. So, like, the more questions I get, the more videos I'm gonna make. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm mad busy, so I need to see that people want to see me talk, or else I'm just randomly making 15-minute videos whenever I can, which is more now, because this is an easier way. Well, it's an easier way for me to see myself and see, like, notice things that I wouldn't be able to notice, on paper. So I kind of like having this outlet, kind of like, talking to you guys, kind of like hearing the stories that come back at me, and in fact, just meeting her, you know what I mean? Meeting somebody that was my own age and didn't smoke and had the desire to go back to school, you know what I mean, and had those challenges and had a similar background as me, just made me also even more motivated to be, like, enforcing the program that I want to enforce, because she uses the same kind of outlets that I do, which is creative expression. And, like, since this and Downlink is the main networks that I know for LGBT people, but this is more, like, constructive and more positive than what I've viewed off of Downlink so far, because, in the chat rooms, they just be like, I don't know, it all depends on who's in there, what kind of conversations you can get into, how receptive people are, if people are even really at their computers, what they're doing, but, like, it just feels like, I don't know, there's a lot of mindless flirting and mindless, hormones roaming around, and, like, that's the main motivation in there. Just, latest feedback type stuff. When really all I'm looking for is that sense of community. So, like, I'm not in there to have no, I don't know, just lighthearted conversation. Like, sometimes I want to talk about, like, serious stuff, and then, like, I looked up forums and stuff like that for stuff, but it's like, what's really out here for us, you know what I'm saying? And that's another motivation for me to go ahead and just start up when I want to start up, and people can jump on a train. I know I've extended offers to Studology 101 to get together for them to come out to do some stuff here in Ohio, you know what I mean? Like, I'm dead serious about that, and hey, if you want to get on this train too, that's cool, we could work together. You want to keep your own train, that's cool too. I mean, we working for the same things, like that positive enforcement, that positive outlook on life, just positive empowerment, self-empowerment, you know what I mean? Like, I really hope y'all watching my channels and, like, getting my channel, I only got one channel. It's late though, y'all gonna have to deal with me. I'm up and rambling, drinking coffee, and watching The Lion King, and making this video. happened, because I was talking to myself, and I was like, I might as well record this so I can watch it later. That's how you know you crazy. It's okay. But I forgot what I was even saying. Oh well. I watched the video and I was like, damn, I need to make a little extra on there. But yeah, no, I remember. I hope you guys are watching my videos and like really, get stuff out of them. From the people that I've heard feedback for, like, y'all are my people, like, it's real deep. From the people I get video responses for, like, all the love is definitely appreciated, definitely loved, definitely motivation for me to keep coming back. That's why I keep making videos. The handful of people that put out the effort and reach out to me, I know are like those positive people. You know what I mean? Not like there's not more positive people. I just don't know about y'all because y'all ain't saying nothing. And I get the random like stalker type messages. Somebody asked me to put my feed on YouTube. I am not posting my feed on YouTube. No. Had to block that person. Y'all know who it is. The name of them is in my videos. They like feet. So if you got a feet fetish, have it. Shawnee something or other. Go look it up. Alright. I said their name in like answering questions or answering random questions. That's when I said their name. But yeah, just a whole new perspective on myself and really what I want, and like really just know like where my boundaries are and what those boundaries are, what those boundaries even are, because like respect and trust and communication, those are things that I know I'm not going to force nobody to have or try to build with me. Like, bottom line, they're either making the effort to do that or not. I'm not going to force you to make an effort. Like, what does that look like? That doesn't even show any kind of your energy that you're putting into it. That's still my energy. You see what I'm saying? So, excuse me, it was becoming lopsided. And today would have been 3 weeks that we'd have known each other. You know what I mean? And, it had progressed like really intensely fast, which was already uncomfortable a little bit, because not even the pace that I move. But yeah, it just brought a lot of insight, brought a lot of understanding, a lot of intensity. It was really intense because neither one of us had experienced that connection in all aspects. And it also says a lot about where I'm at right now too, because I'm, working on my career. For real. Working on being a provider for my own self, my own everything. I just randomly see in the background that my closet is open. Oh well, that's how you know I'm tired, because my stuff is open. Y'all see my Native American picture over there. This is the mic thing. Anyways, let's get the closet out there for the end. This is like 20 minutes. I've been rambling. I don't even know what the heck I'm saying anymore. Just looking at y'all. So yeah, my thing is, I really appreciated the honesty, her honesty. Like, that helped build more trust and respect, and we are going to continue to be friends. I'm distancing myself, obviously, because number one person who's going to protect me is me. And I've learned that throughout my life. If my life has taught me anything, it's that. So definitely be honest. Definitely honest with yourself, honest with the people that you love, the people that love you, um, honest with your emotions, what you feeling, and have the courage to say that shit out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it, it's really hard to do that and to build that dynamic into it from the front street. And if you don't have that dynamic in there from front street, you can pretty much always guarantee that you're trying to keep yourself in denial of something that you need to see. You know what I'm saying? That's my main thing. Like, I don't see any more purpose for denial. Like, none. None. Because I care about her, yet this was something that I expected to happen, because I wasn't denying the fact. I'm like, oh, she's still, I mean, just signs, just days. She had just stopped talking to her ex. When I found that out, I began to pull back. And then, like, last night, she read me some poetry that she had wrote about her ex, and I was just like, and about exes in general, and I was just like, she still got that anger there. I get it. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? She just stopped talking to somebody that was unhealthy for her to be talking to, and to continue like a friendship with and stuff. So, like, while she had all these great attributes and stuff, where she was at in her emotional state put things in another place for me. And for me, I have really high expectations, and those high expectations, I'm learning to enforce them the best way I can, the most humblest way, the most compassionate way that I can, because it's not like I'm like, oh, this is hypocritical, such and such. Nah, like, what my high standards are, I am every day trying to embody. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of fear, regardless of doubts. And yeah, I have my doubts too, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then she lost a friend to suicide, and that even put us, really even more like on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Able to relate, but like, she's trying to deny how she's feeling about that too. So, I mean, and all of that affected me. You know what I'm saying? So just look at your connections. Look at how you deal with things affects other people. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention. Really pay attention to the people that you love, that love you, your actions, your thoughts, your words to them, and how you represent yourself. And if you're not happy with something, what do you need to do to get there? You know what I mean? Like, that's really what I'm looking at right now, and also forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for all the old shit that you are holding on to. Forgive it. Just forgive it, for real. Like, there's no heavier weight than that grudge for yourself. And you will continue to kick yourself down, beat yourself down, bring yourself down, and allow other people to bring you down until you do that. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line, I'm gonna cut this off before I have to split this into like 2 separate videos. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. That's why I'm really sharing my business, opening up to y'all. Comments, feedback, ratings, questions, if you want me to elaborate on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an open book. I don't see any reason to be otherwise. Like, I don't have nothing to hide, and you can't use it against me. You know what I'm saying? I'm bully proof. For real. Bully proof. I've noticed some dumb comments on my stuff, I don't feel the need to address all that. You wasting your time by writing it down, because it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all take it easy. Um, this is my new perspective, and hopefully, if you thought about your own perspective, your own patterns, your own awareness, just don't deny stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really like bottom line. People being honest with themselves is really like where relationships start breaking down. The more people we have being honest with each other, the more relationships that are going to be positive, you know. So you can count me in on building constructive relationships. Bam, there it is. Regardless of, whether it continued or not, that was a constructive relationship. It was short and sweet. It wasn't even like a relationship at all. It just was a bond, you know what I mean? Bond, relationship, same difference. But I didn't want y'all to feel like it was like titles and real serious and all that, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't on that yet for me. Just because I couldn't move at that pace, you know what I mean? I can't move that pace. I got uncover stuff and figure people out and do all that, and it takes me for real years to be like an honest and open book and comfortable with you on that level for me to be like, alright, and really committed, you know what I mean? By years, I mean like years. I'll probably never fully open up, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of those things that I'm building, you know what I mean? One of them things, one of those trust factors. And I'll probably always reserve the right to be like, this person could do A, B, C, or D, or this scenario wouldn't surprise me if this person did this. You know what I mean? I consider myself a pretty perceptive person. But let me cut this off because I'm getting into a whole other kind of ramble. You guys take it easy. Ain't nothing but love for y'all. Comment, rate, give me feedback. I know I said that before, but for real, I'm cutting this video off. Alright? Alright, have a good night, day, whatever it is over there.